Welcome to part 2 of my world editor tutorial. In today's video we are going to place the spawn where we want. We are going to make a small little window and we are going to expand our room a little bit. So in the last video I showed you how I made this small little room. But now I want people to spawn maybe here. So how do we do that? This is very easy. So we do have this object here, which is the spawn, and you can now literally change the direction. Come on. Where you want people to face. So I could say, let's make that people face the wall when they enter my room. Boom, like this. Another thing you can do is you can even move the spawn around like this. So I can say, okay, I want them to spawn in here. I'm going to make sure that it's inside the building, so right here. That means next time we are going to spawn in this room, right, we will be here. All right, so now we have this cozy little room, and now we are going, come on, enter the room editor, and now we are going to make a window. There are two ways to make a window. The first one is the lazy one, the lazy method. Select the object, go into materials, go into solid colors, select glass, so that's it. Yeah, this is by far very lazy and it doesn't look as good as our second method, but our second method is a little bit complicated, so if you want to use this method, I think that's fine. One thing why you should use a window or a transparent block instead of just deleting the block is that I'm going to show it to you. Once we are in our room, it will also block the camera. So I have this block here, I can look through it, but the camera will always collide with the block, and that way gives me the illusion that there is some sort of block or something blocking the camera. While if I'm going to remove this block here, like this, and I go back into the character or in the room, then you see I can rotate my camera the way I want. Nothing is blocking it. So let's build the window again. The first thing you should do once you enter the the room, I want to say character editor, the room editor, go into settings and always set the snap step to either 0.5 or 0.25. You can even use 0.7. This is totally up to you, but I think the 0.25 is a very good start. Okay, I'm going to take this wall and copy it over here and see, and now I have a problem. I didn't enable the snap function. That means I have to make sure that I select or place it very precisely, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do, I will delete this block, select this one, copy it again, enable snap rotation, and simply drag and drop the wall over here. All right, and one thing you may notice is some sort of flickering down here. This is because of our floor. One thing we could do is just move the floor one down And of course we need to adjust the spawn position then. What I'm going to do now, like this. And maybe I need to, let me see if it's flat on the ground. It looks good. And even the couch. But I'm going to delete the couch for now. Good. Let's make a window. How do we do that? We can make a window very easily, as I showed you on the first step, or we are going to go with a complicated way. But it's not that complicated. So the first thing we need to do is select the wall, like this, and I'm going to resize this block here, just a little bit, like this. Step 1. Now I'm going to copy that block and move the copy over here. Right, now we have some sort of divider or frame for the window. But I want to have a frame here on this side and on this side as well. How do we do that? So either we could copy this block here like this. I would just move it down like this, then resize it like this. Move this down. Alright, now I have this, and now I'm going to do the same on the other side, but I'm going to show you an easier way. Just copy this block like this and move the copy over here like this. There is no block inside right now, so this is very simple. I think the camera, why won't you move? Seems my avatar is a little bit lazy now. Come on, move. I don't know why he doesn't want to move now. But yeah, now we need to place the glass inside here. And how do we do that? So, easy as pie. I'm going to select this block. I'm going to copy that block. And now I'm going to move it over here like this. I'm going to resize the block so it fits perfectly. And now I just select the material, solid color glass. Right. Now we have this very simple window, but I want to go a little bit further and change the snap setting here to 0.125 and make the window a little bit thinner like this. Do not make the mistake of making the window 1 pixel thin. It may look good. The problem is you will never be able to select your window again. So at least make it a little bit thicker. Not as thick as the wall, but I think that's a good thickness I have here. I can even disable the snap function now and move the window a little bit in the middle, like this. Yeah, that looks good. So now we have a little window in our home. Right, let's go into the world in my room and let's check it out. Yeah, that looks good, and it also gets blocked by the camera. All right, you may notice some sort of flickering here and on the sides. This is because there are two objects very close to each other. There is a way to prevent that. I'm going to show it to you. So I always press the wrong button. So right now the snap function is disabled, And what I'm going to do is I just select the window, select the resize tool, and very carefully, just a little bit, move the block a little bit down, right like this. You won't notice it. Let me see if the avatar mode. Yeah, now it's working. Now it's working again. But now you don't have any flickering. The only flickering you will get is if you leave it like this. But just disable the snapping and very precisely move the four sides a little bit closer. Not like here directly into the middle. The other thing you can do is just place another object in here. That may work as well, kind of like a frame for the window. But this is something that I'm not going to show you in today's tutorial. Right. We have our spawn here, we have a window, but now we want to have some light. So one thing you can do is just select a light source like this, and I'm going to place it right here like that. Oh, by the way, for furniture I would suggest maybe disable the snap function, the snap to grid, otherwise you have results like this. It may be good if you want to have an object, multiple objects spread around in your room or something like this. So now I'm going to place another one. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to move it over here. Now you see I have the snap function disabled. The problem is it is colliding with the wall. So I disable the snap function and now I can precisely move the lamp over here. Good. But what can we do with the new room or world editor? So we can now even say we want our own light sources. I always wanted to have some sort of light on top, and of course you can use this light here. Let's move that over here and just rotate it like this, move it up, but that's kind of lame, I think. Another thing we can do is we just make a new light source on our own. We select an object. Let's take this cube here, move this cube inside the room like this, and now I'm going to change the size of it. So I always used this tool here to change the size, but you can also use this scale tool, which will also change the size of the tool in the same way, but I think you have more control like this. So let's have this little square here like this, and what I'm going to do now, let's move this square, come on, let's move this square right under the ceiling like this. And now I'm going to select a material, emission, and I'm going to use this one here. And it looks kind of like a lamp right now. I can even change the color, so I can select red or white, and that's it. So when I go into the room like this, it should look very nice. So it is kind of glowing, you know, like those old cubes that we had in the old room editor. And yeah, I think that's it for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial I'm going to show you how we expand the room. I think I wanted to do that in this tutorial. I'm going to show it to you in the next tutorial. We are going to expand the tutorial, and we are going to start to work outside of our room and make a small little island that we will use. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have questions, write them in the forum or write me a private message, and I'm going to answer them as soon as I can. Thank you.